Special Agent Mindhorn was captured on the Siberian border. Doctors removed and replaced his eye. He could literally see the truth.
Richard's star is burning bright, heading all the way to the top.
Let's do this! Bugger!
You're going through a phase.
No one seems to know who I am.
I had a very interesting offer for you from the police.
What do you mean?
There's only one person I will speak to. Detective Mindhorn.
I'm in.
Sorry, who is this?
Hello, old friend.
How do I look?
Like you might need some help.
I walk alone.
Movie month. It is my 4th annual movie month. I'll watch 30 movies that I've never seen in 30 days.
It's Saturday night and I just watched my movie. Now I'm talking to you. Hello, world. That's right. I know you're out there. I know you're listening. The numbers lie. Okay? You know, when they're doing good, you can say the numbers don't lie. It shows people listening. But when your number's really bad, I can say the numbers lie. Because I'm sure there are thousands, if not millions of you out there. You're not listening, but you're out there. That's all I'm saying. Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 24. It's here. 24 days, 24 movies. It's Saturday night. Didn't do too much today. Did a lot yesterday. Watched a movie early. Went to Maine for the day. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw pictures of me in Maine having fun. Today we thought about doing something, and we decided instead of doing something, we would do nothing. And that was much more fun. I ran a few errands. We got some dinner at the 99. And sat down to watch my movie just a couple hours ago. And today I watched, for the first time on Fans Not Experts Movie Month, I watched a Netflix original movie. Now, I want to say this is a Netflix original movie, quote unquote, in America. In the UK, it was a general release. It was a movie. But as far as all territories outside the UK, it was a Netflix movie. Oh, and it looks like it did come out in 2017 everywhere. It was shown at a film festival in 2016, but it's a 2017 movie, and it came out in May of 2017 on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, which I assume you do, I can't imagine there's people who listen to podcasts but don't have Netflix. I can imagine the other way around, but not. If you're a podcast fan, you're probably a Netflix person. It's just you're just in that type of thing. So if you have Netflix, or if you go to my website, fansnotexperts.com, you can see a link, and you can watch this movie right now. I'm talking about Mindhorn. What? Who? Huh? What? Mindhorn. I'm going to just give you a quick plot summary. I'm going to read this from Wikipedia because this isn't a movie that I'm sure many of you have no idea. In fact, I didn't know anything about it until my brother emailed me and said, you should watch this. This looks interesting. And he was right. Thank you, Sean. So this is what the first sentence plot from Wikipedia says. Actor Richard Thorncroft is best known for playing Detective Mindhorn, a detective with the power to see truth with a cybernetic eye in the 1980s television show Mindhorn. 25 years later, on the Isle of Man, where Mindhorn was filmed, police hunt for an escaped lunatic, Paul Melly, wanted for murder. Melly says he will only speak to one man, Detective Mindhorn. Okay, I paraphrased that a little. Basically, there's this actor named Richard Thorncroft, and he played a kind of an over-the-top silly detective in the 80s. And there's this young fella who's wanted for murder, and he said the only person he will speak to is Detective Mindhorn, who he thinks is a real person. So they have to get this actor, who's kind of washed up at this point, to dress up like... Actually, they don't even want him to dress up like Mindhorn. That's kind of what's funny. They want him to speak to this guy. So just a little thing. They only want him to do is talk to this guy on the phone. But this actor shows up full costume, looking for his where he would get ready, asking policeman to make him coffee, and he takes him a while to get into character. And meanwhile, he picks up the phone. He just starts talking like this cocky, British spy, cop, crime fighter, whatever, detective. But he has this real silly eye patch because in the show he has the power to see the truth. This movie was funny. That's what it was made to be. It's a comedy. It's a British, so maybe there's such a thing as British humor. I'm a fan. I liked it. It's very dry wit. There's some real slapsticky stuff though also. And I couldn't, if you're into British television or British movies, I recommend this movie. It's a very funny movie. I don't know the guy. Let's see. The guy who directed it is a guy named Sean Foley. Don't know anything about him. He's a director, writer, actor. Been in a bunch of different things. I don't know if he was in this movie. That would be funny if he was in this as an actor. No, it looks like he was just a director. But it was written. If you watch the movie, the main star, Mindhorn, and the guy who plays his stunt person in the show, his name is, oh God, what the hell is his name in the show? I'm looking it up. Clive. So if you watch the movie and you see Mindhorn and this guy Clive Parvinik, they're the two guys who wrote the movie. Which when I realized, I knew that this guy wrote the movie. When I realized the other guy who wrote it was this character in the movie, I thought I enjoyed that. I don't know. I like that a lot because I realized these guys have worked together, and they worked together on a TV show called The Mighty Boosh, which is a British TV show. I don't know anything about it. I don't really know this guy all that much. Neither of these guys I'm familiar with, and now I want to know. The main actor's name is Julian Barrett. Julian Barrett. Not familiar with him at all. He is. He actually reminded me of Simon Pegg a bit. Just the way he talked, his mannerism, I was like, why does this guy seem familiar? I don't know this person at all. And it just hit me that he reminded me of Simon Pegg a bit. Very funny, very dry. Like this guy played the washed up, like someone who had it all and then didn't have it at all anymore. He played that very good. I don't know what else I could really say. What else to say? I mean, I've only gone on a few minutes here, but Netflix movie, was able to sit down and watch it, laughed plenty. It's what's funny is I got to look to see what else they've done, because throughout the movie they showed old clips of Mindhorn. Like he was an actor, and he put out an album, and it was like "You Can't Handcuff the Wind" was one of the songs, and that ends the movie. They play the whole song, "Can't Handcuff the Wind," something like that. I think that's what it is. And I have to see if they put those songs out on YouTube. I'm sure they have. They also showed him doing like commercials when he wasn't as successful anymore. He would do like orthopedic sock commercials and men's girdles commercials, just all stuff that would be embarrassing for an actor to look back on. And in truth, he actually took this job not to help the police, but to try to see if he could get promotion. He tried to promote it when the police were trying to keep it quiet for, safety's sake. He's trying to get it promoted, trying to get it on TV, trying to get publicity for it. So he had ulterior motives too, but then in the end, he kind of, turns things around to help solve the crime. And of course, it's funny because they brought him in for a specific thing, and I think it's at one point, well, that's it. So what's the rest of this movie going to be? But then it becomes a bigger story, and I enjoyed it. Watch it. What else can I say? I don't think I'm going to say much else. I mean, that is it. It is Saturday. I sat down and watched a Netflix original movie called Mindhorn, which on Rotten Tomatoes it has 90%. Look, I'm not the only person who thinks this movie was good. There's another British movie, it's a New Zealand movie that I'm going to be watching probably before the end of the month. That's going to be even less well known because it's not on Netflix right now. But the person who made it might become known in the future. I'll just leave it at that and say, watch Mindhorn on Netflix. And if you do watch it, tell them I sent you there. I don't know how you would even do that. I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know why I'm holding in my breath so much. You know, I say this is the podcast that can happen anywhere, and for the last few days, I've had this microphone set up and have been able to talk to you in a professional broadcasting manner, which has been just wonderful. But today's over. 24 days in the books. There's only 6 movies left. I've only seen one movie in the theater. I don't think I'm going to see another movie in the theater. There are a couple that I'd like to get to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So, for fansnotexperts.com, this is Mike at Geek Mentality. You could find me on Twitter at Geek Mentality, on Facebook at fansnotexperts, and anywhere. Use the hashtag. And I mean anywhere. Go anywhere. Just use it. Use it even if I'm not on there. It would be cool for you to use it and maybe kind of help me. Okay? For all the crap I've done for you, it's time for you to do something for me. For once. Okay? Just use the hashtag FNE Movie Month, okay? It's a bit of a mouthful, I understand. But if you search that on Google, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you will find a picture or tweets or posts from me with my handsome mug stuck somewhere on a movie poster. And you're going to look at this one and go, what the hell is Mindhorn? Well, I just told you what it is, and I think you should watch it. And until tomorrow, all I have to say is, here is my ticking clock. Listen. That's bugging me. All right, here's my theme song. This is my podcast, I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe. 'Cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts.